Time to take down a militia watchtower. You can stay loyal to Riddler, or you can stay in one piece.
Whatever you want!
The right choice.
Man, Batman gets unmasked, puts away Scarecrow, and he's still out there! Take a night off already, you playboy vigilante nutcase! Car? I'd like to go for a joyride in that thing.
Everybody stay sharp.
Simulation activated.
I got him! He's by the tracks! Platform 2! Can't run from me!
Watch my back while I fix him up. Where? Over here. Let's be quick!
No!
Batman! Still here!
No!
GCPD helicopter reported a hostage situation in Port Adams, sir. One of the Station 17 firefighters. The captors are entrenched with firearms. Rather a lot of them.
Don't leave, okay? Some guys tried sneaking out a bridge to the mainland. And the new commander. He was waiting on the other side. You wait! The chief's gonna make you all pay for this! You can't...
Arkham Knight. Never heard of him before tonight.
Ain't no rescue party coming for you, pal.
Fancy militia with their fancy guns. We're the real muscle in this town.
I'm having fun just imagining what I can do to you.
That's fun. Anyone bored? I'm bored. Try and relax. We're professionals. We know what we're doing.
The bad guys tonight. I can just tell.
I'm having fun just imagining what I can do to you.
This sure beats waiting for food drops in Arkham City.
Ain't no rescue party coming for you, pal.
This city's finally gone. I'm sick of it. All of it.
I need you to stay calm. This won't help anyone.
I'm sorry. It's just all that's happened. It hasn't been easy. Feels like we're cursed or something.
Sudden upsurge in fires. Was a cause ever established?
Nothing concrete. We were chasing our tails on that one. Hey, the way our luck's been, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the devil himself.
Wait here. An officer's on his way to pick you up. Lucius is out of contact. I don't like it. I'm going to investigate.
Wayne Tower is locked down, sir. The only way in will be using the elevator in the underground parking garage.
Bye-bye, Arkham losers in this town spend a decade getting the crap kicked out of them by
You're gonna end up like...
I'd say this, but I'm getting kind of tired of all this rioting.
Tonight's a great night to be bad.
This is the true Gotham. All those other people couldn't face it. It's why they left. This is how things ought to be.
You hear that? This is our city now. We get to do whatever we want. And that includes beating you.
Stop! Please! But what do you want?
Hey, he's smart. He's trying to figure it out.
What do you think we want? I don't know! Wrong answer. Try again.
Money?
Hey, money sounds good. Maybe he's right.
Nah, give him another. He's here!
I never killed him! I'm here!
I prayed for the first time in my life tonight. I should have known. If anyone was gonna help me, it would be you.
I need answers. We don't have much time.
Whatever you want to know.
The unexplained fires in the last few weeks. Was there a common accelerant found at any of the crime scenes?
Sure. Petroleum-based napalm.
Thickened with polyisobutylene.
Polly what?
Firefly. That's who you were tracking.
That freak. He hasn't hit Gotham for what, 10 years? I tell you, someone needs to reopen the asylum.
He's back. Don't go anywhere. Someone will come and take you back to GCPD. Lucius is out of contact. I don't like it. I'm going to investigate.
Wayne Tower is locked down, sir. The only way in will be using the elevator in the underground parking garage.
You know, I kind of thought of Batman as a force of nature. This whole Wayne thing ruins it for me.
A challenge in the Cauldron train yard. Fine, Nigma. I'll play your games, and I'll win. Selena's life depends on it.
This time tomorrow, I go dark. Got my money, got a new identity lined up. No one will find me. Why'd we bring all these civvies in on the op? That riddle guy, the Brit, wild cards, all of them. So the back drive straight through a wall like it weren't even there. Hey, the Firefly guy. Swear I saw him in a movie once. What movie? I'm not sure. Flame? The Fireman? Mr. Fire? It's on the tip of my tongue. I kind of feel like I lost something. Always Bruce Wayne. You know, like when you realize Santa wasn't really that drunk on them.
Ah, Detective, you arrived! I thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below. Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring at
No point getting out. Riddler's plan involves the
a
car.
mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the first. You will address me as... What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done. Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going really fast. Tick-tock, Detective, tick-tock. Can that ramshackle motor handle this? Filtering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course?
I'm disabling the afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Careful, detective! I'd like the car to be working when I'm done. Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours. Hurry up, detective. You stand marginally more of a chance of succeeding if you actually begin. Ah, the sweet taste of someone else's failure. Faster next time, detective, or you will fail again. Faster next time, detective. By all means, fail as much as you like. Did you engineer that car yourself, Batman? It would explain the numerous design flaws. Oh, Batman. Don't make me come down there and show you how it's done. Once more onto the track, Dark Knight. Once more! Oh, you incompetent boy racer. Turn around, you dark knucklehead. You're close, detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. No, detective. Turn around. Come now, detective. Time waits for no man. And I wait for no Batman. You appear to have lost. Can't think and drive at the same time, Dark Knight. Drive. Now pay attention, detective. Go left. Oh, detective, what's that I hear? Is it time's winged chariot hurrying near? Careful, detective. I'd like the car to be working when I'm done with you. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, the glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collected. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more. Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat.
Whatever Riddler's built beneath Chinatown, it's not going to stop me.
Yeah, I fought Batman once. Put my arm in 3 places. But the way I see it, lightning ain't gonna strike the same way tonight.
Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. Simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, detective. Detective? Detective. We've barely begun tonight's trials and you're already stumped? Already stumped? Oh no, Batman. It seems you're far too attached to that fancy tank of yours to solve this one. This one. Please, Dark Knight, try and take these trials seriously. This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skills. Ah, what a fall, and what a fool. Well done, Detective. Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day. Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle. Head over to the board.
Oh, joy. Time to play the Will My Head Explode game again.
Which cabinet, kitty cat? Come on, Detective! Detect! Riddle me this. What?
You better be right, Batman. Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! You've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big, mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage.
Selena's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
I nearly got hit by Batman's tank earlier.
Oh, crap. Who is that thing? Bail out! Go! Get out of here! Let's go see the blown up factory. Come on.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark. close, but it's not quite on the dot. Dot. Almost there, Batman. But you haven't quite made my mark. Heavens above! Will you ever figure it out? Ever. Reflect a little more precisely, Batman. Precisely, Batman. well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
I've got 5 switches in the world's most oh no. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends at all. You simply won't solve this one unless you can see things from each other's point of view. There we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Catwoman. Batman, you're lagging behind. Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistants? Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight. My next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
I should locate the commander and shut this checkpoint down.
You always were one of the best.
Riddler's next trial's in Bristol. He's losing Alfred, and that makes him dangerous.
Perhaps the real challenge is tolerating his relentless self-aggrandizing commentary.
Ain't too late to join up, my friend. Penguin's always looking for new recruits. I hit him on his good time.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. Ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, detective. I invented the measurement myself. You're going backwards, Dark Knight. Is this a valiant attempt at a joke? I built this course in a sewer, detective. You needed the home team advantage. Do you even know what a racing line is? Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require...
I can't leave the car now. The clock's ticking.
Very good, Dark Knight. Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrapped. Have you noticed, Batman? The walls of inevitability are closing in. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, detective. A stain on my floor. I can see it, detective. You're miscalculating corners, swerving through straights. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Oh, you incompetent boy racer. Enough! Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman.
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. I must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumbling... have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana. Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Dark Knight, what a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Stumped, Dark Knight? I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber. Eject you from the chamber. Very good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. The only mammal capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise. Leaving, Batman? I am nothing if not generous. You may return here to fail as often as you wish before the night is done. Oh, Detective, this really is quite pathetic. I have beaten you. You ran away. Why submit yourself to further humiliations? Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. Hurry along, Dark Knight. This isn't rocket science. Dark Knight, I can see your brain flying through the possibilities. Come now, Dark Knight. Don't force me to eject you from the chamber.
Eject you from the chamber.
Very good, Dark Knight. Since you insist on dressing like a flying rat, I thought I'd put those abilities to the test. The only mammal capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Contrary to popular belief, very few bats survive on blood. Most species subsist on insects, whereas you prefer to live off undeserved praise. Creatures known to prey on bats include hawks, owls, some spiders, falcons, and, oh yes, of course, me. It must feel wonderful, Detective, floating majestically over a city filled with your minute inferiors. Much like being me. How does that cape work? Shaped memory fibers? Some sort of collapsible harness? An arrogant insistence that the laws of gravity do not apply to you? You remind me of another plucky young man who likes strapping on a pair of makeshift wings. What was his name? Oh yes, that's right. Icarus. It's a classical reference, you uncultured brute. Batman. Listen, when I'm stuck on a puzzle, I find it helps to... You know, it's never come up.
Never come up.
That's it, Batman. Rubbing those two brain cells together and you just might produce a spark. Admit it, Batman. I am unbeatable. to be unable to figure out an intellectual challenge, Batman? Truly, I'd like to know. Now, there's no shame in being stuck. The shame lies in thinking you could beat me in the first place. Flummoxed, Batman, at a loss, completely stumped. That's how I feel when I contemplate how long it's taken to beat you. That's it, Batman. Keep rubbing those two brain cells together and you just might produce a spark. What's it like to be unable to figure out an intellectual challenge, Batman? Truly, I'd like to know.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Oh, this is too tense to watch.
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Selena's waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Yeah, I attacked Gotham with Bane's crew way back. It, looks a bit different now.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them wear this, and then call the bat.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costumed contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Over, would you? Hey, don't shove.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Well, you better grab that key and be on your way. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me.
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line.
I'll take the red one.
You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
He thinks this car's indestructible. Let's prove him wrong.
I need to get closer.
Bro's got something. Get over there. Getting away! After him! Target's mobile. Move on my location. Batman, flood the zone. Protect your perimeter. He comes back, I want him dead. I don't remember doing that before. Status looks okay on the remote, though. I'll check it when we RTB. Crazy! Taking out the controller! Gun runners, plant people, riddle-obsessed crazies, flying demon things, bodies nailed to the frickin' wall. I'm gonna check on this guy. Let's be quick. Guy's out cold. That hits hard.
Bullets hit harder. Bring them on. Nothing we can do for him. We spread out. Get revenge. He's heading up. Track him. He may as well be. I got him. Batman. No.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
Sounds like the cells are getting cramped in GCPD.
Come on, we can take him.
This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first.
Riddler, tell me everything.
I'm asking nicely.
This is all I know.
Thanks.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective, a dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water, like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Don't leave me hanging, Detective. The answer is right above your nose. Your nose. Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. You've barely begun to solve my conundrums. In fact, Gotham remains riddled with them. I've been waiting for years to use that one. My conundrums. Riddled with them. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth.
I did it! I actually did it! I mean, of course I did. Good. As expected.
water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friend? I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there! Look at you, detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. Struggling, detective? I'm afraid you're running several minutes behind my projections. This is why my projections were off. I failed to consider both your incompetence and your stupidity as two distinct variables. Apologies, detective. I will recalculate post-haste. Barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out. You know, the line between perfectly designed riddle and unfair death threat really comes down to user error.
Hey, Eddie.
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
Can you trust?
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key, well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
Been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swoon. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selena's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them wear this, and then call the bat.
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, When you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven.
Can you get up there?
The ceiling? Easy.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls? Oh, come now, detective. I really couldn't be shining more of a light upon the problem. Oh, what a shock. For you, I mean, detective. I was expecting it.
Disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Did that hurt, Catwoman? Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you.
There. Now for a final twist.
Now, to be fair, Catwoman, in cat years, you had a very good run.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls? Oh, what a shock. For you, I mean, detective. I was expecting it. on now, detective. I really couldn't be shining more of a light upon the problem.
Riddle me this. What's dead? You!
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls?
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist. Twist.
Nearly there, Selena.
Done on this side.
Okay, done over here.
Congratulations. And now your reward. Robot. The key, take the key. I suppose you just about earned it.
sticking this collar around Eddie's neck.
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for him beneath Ronalop Ferry Terminal is my greatest trial.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get to you.
Eddie is an idiot, but he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate you cleaning it up. But just be careful while you do it, okay?
Ranelagh Ferry Terminal. Okay, Riddler. This game ends now.
What are we gonna do if Scarecrow doesn't pay us? Take him to small claims? I wonder if Commissioner Gordon will stick around now his Bat Buddy's been unmasked. Well, this is perfect, ain't it? Now we got a bat with nothing to lose. I bet it's eating him up. Us being here, doing whatever we want. He's got nowhere to hide. Hear that, Batman? Charge the bat!
This must be the entrance, but I need to secure the area first.
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph. So I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure. My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-size children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Tutoberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, Detective. Drive faster. Drive headlong into defeat. To clarify, Detective, this bit is not the surprise. Behold your doom. Impossible! That cannot be! You should have followed to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equation right here. I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you? kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. You've been waltzing with Lady Luck your whole life, detective. But now the music stops. No! This isn't right. This isn't possible. This isn't happening. I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me! Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. Controlling mechanisms. You'll make a mistake. Of course you will. I know you will. Make your peace, Dark Knight. This really is it. It has to be. Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. It seems you have lost. You know, Dark Knight, I never tire of seeing you fail. You fail. Dark Knight, your penance for failure will be journeying back to the start of the course. Failure back to the start. be ashamed to have failed, Detective. This isn't a racetrack. It's an immaculately constructed work of art. It is perfection. I want you to know, Detective, that I'm recording all your attempts at this for posterity. And for my social media presence, of course.